Hold your point. Hold your point. Hold it right there. I'm Dwayne Caraway. This is the other side with DC. And I want you to like it, subscribe, and do what else, Troy? And hit the notification button. Hit the notification button, okay? Like the other side with DC and subscribe and hit the notification button. And we got some people in here and we got somebody on the phone want to talk about these plastic bags, but we're going to be talking about these elected officials that ain't doing nothing, okay? And it's specifically in District 4, and then other areas, okay? So I'm Dwayne Caraway. Like and subscribe and hit the notification button, and you can live chat right now while we're live. Jerry, who you got on the phone?
This young lady was talking about you shouldn't have put in the trash bag. You know, this is one of the complaints about the trash bag, the paper bag.
The trash bag?
Yeah.
Or the plastic bag?
Plastic bag.
Okay, what about it?
What about it?
Well, let's talk about it.
I have nothing to say.
I thought you were mad about the plastic bag you told me about.
I can care less. I called you about an important matter.
She called you about another important matter. You're trying to throw me under the bus about the plastic bag. Look here, it's environmentally unsafe.
See how you scared
them? It is a trashy look in our community with bags flying all everywhere because people throw the bags out. If the people were holding on to the bags, keeping their trash in the car, instead of throwing the bags out all over the community, then our community wouldn't look all like it's looking. How did the bag get in the air in the beginning, Jerry?
I don't know. I mean,
well, y'all complain.
Well,
yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, but they still have them, and I mean, we're not having the same problem. I don't think.
Well, it's less of a problem now because of the awareness. Sometimes you got to do things to make people aware. Right. But you got to be a tough elected official that's going to stand up, take that kick in the butt, but all for the right reasons to try to help eliminate or minimize the very things that's holding us back.
What's holding us back is what we talked about earlier, the lack of resources in underserved communities.
Okay, let me ask you this. You say the lack of resources.
Yeah, resources, the lack of businesses closing down, the lack of money circulating in that whole community where you can't even thrive because the community is dying and it's dead.
Well, why is it dying? Why is it dead? Why?
Wait. All the offices are closed, everything closed. All down Lancaster, all you see is boarded up buildings. There used to be businesses.
In District 4.
In District 4.
Exactly. And who's the council member in District 4?
Carolyn King is.
All right, Carolyn King Arnold.
Right.
Okay, so have y'all had a conversation with her about the very things that you and I sitting here talking about right now? Because I haven't been there since 2017.
Right.
2018.
Been closed and ever since. I mean, there's no need to talk about something that's already done.
Closed. No, there is a need to talk about it because it's in our community. Our community. We just supposed to let it stay closed. I'm worse than Stephen A. What the hell are we supposed to do? Are we supposed to just sit there? Okay, it's closed. We're gonna just leave it closed because it's closed, or we're gonna do something about it?
Well, what are we gonna do about it?
Well, I'm asking you what y'all want to do about it. One person can't say, okay, wave a magic wand and say this is what it is. It takes a community.
Bring back the resources for, like, let's say staffing, job staffing, temp services. Put those back over in those areas so where people can come there because the train is accessible to people that might not have vehicles.
The train is still running down on the ground.
Yes.
And all the other ones are in the north or up in the air.
Yeah. But that's still a means of transportation that works out for the people in the community. But we need more better resources for, like, being able to go have access to places that's open that will help us get, like, the Urban League closed down. They got Dallas College in there, but they got training programs in there that helps people. But we need more of those training programs in those areas.
Well, probably, in my opinion, we need to have some training programs of how we're going to keep our community clean ourselves. You can go north and you go over to Highland Park, you ain't going to find not one bag flying nowhere. You can go to University Park, you ain't going to find not one plastic bag or trash or baby dirty diaper on the floor out in the parking lot. You can go to Lake Highlands or anywhere else, but you can come over to the Cliff. I love the Cliff. I'm from Oak Cliff. I never left the hood. I'm a hood rat. But at the end of the day, why is our community got all the trash thrown everywhere?
Because we got the most abandoned buildings over there.
It ain't about it. Was the building abandoned when you open up you're driving down the street and you just got some barbecue and then you throwing the whole fall paper and the bones out on the street. Is that what? Now, what's that supposed to mean? Whose fault is that? Let me tell you. Let me just say this. I said this when I was at the Pylon Salesmanship Club. The white people did not drive from North Dallas to come over on 8th Street in Marsalis in Oak Cliff to throw the trash out. How did the trash get in our community? Out of whose hands? Out of whose cars? And who should be responsible? I'm asking you.
Well, we have a lot of homeless people over there.
Homeless have driven no car from North Dallas.
They got the trash out there.
That's a lie.
Okay, you been under that bridge?
I've been under that bridge. I'm talking about all of the trash on the parking lots. Who throwing all the trash out their cars on the parking lots of the grocery stores and the shopping centers and all through the neighborhood?
Well, I don't think it's all the people. I think it's the homeless.
Well, you say the homeless ain't got no cars to go up and down the street.
That park that you built, you sit up under there, all up on the H Street. Who live up under
Okay.
That's all the trash.
No. Yes, okay. That's the homeless people in the homeless encampment. I'm talking about in front of our schools, in front of our stores, in front of our houses, in front of our bus stops. Who is it that's responsible for putting the trash out there? And then who is it that's going to invest in somewhere that look like that if it ain't clean?
Whose job is it to clean it up?
It's our job not to throw the goddamn stuff out. Don't you think? Hey, here's a little baby in the car. And then they get out there and then they open up the car door and throw the little boo-boo diaper out on the street. Whose responsibility is that?
Well, I haven't witnessed that. I'm just
well, you haven't witnessed it, but you need to go around and let me show you some of it so you can get a better understanding about it because it happens.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it does happen.
Well, it happens all the time, Jerry.
The trash has nothing to do with the economy.
Where did the trash? Did the trash come out the sky?
Right.
Where did it come from? When I was mayor, let me tell you what I did. And this one's still up now, and I invite you to go over there and see it. When you leave Walmart, going down to the hill right there at the QT, there's a sign there. And the sign, I created this sign, and I had the city to put this sign up so people could see it. And you know what the sign says? It's still there right now. You know what it says? Keep your trash in your car. Now, you have never seen the sign, have you? I invite you to see it next time you go there and take a picture of it. It says keep your trash.
That way because ain't nothing up and down.
It's around the corner from your house. It's right around the corner from your house. It's around the corner from your house. It says keep your trash in your car. So now the most I can do is talk direct to the people to tell the people, hey, y'all, stop this. Put your trash in your own car and take your trash on home with you or to a receptacle for trash.
Get our people some resources that can help us so we can buy some things to put some trash.
Should one person do that, or should the community, the preachers, the doctors, the lawyers, the folks that live there, the community leaders, the council person, your elected officials, should that be one person's responsibility, or should that be everybody, a collective responsibility? What do you think?
Well, it's our collective responsibility.
Well, you keep saying get this, get that.
Officials and everyone else is the ones
you keep saying get this and that. Here's a remark right here. Say, has she termed out? And who is running in her seat? Hi, Mayor. Can you? I got to read it slowly, y'all, because I can't see too well. Can you tell us who is the best person for that seat? Let me tell you what the best person is for the seat. Since you asked me, Mr. T, you commented. Let me tell you who is the best person. Why? First of all, I went and I endorsed Carolyn King Arnold. I did that in 2015. And the job was not done. And so I came back and took her out in 2017. And then, unfortunately, they sent me out on a very quick vacation. Okay. So she had to come back in. A vacation that I didn't really want to take. But I took it. So I'm done with that. It's over now. But now, here's the deal. I'm supporting Maxie Johnson. Why? Because our district that you're talking about need cleaning up. And we need somebody that can get up in there, have a voice, and make sure that the very things that you and I are talking about can get done. We can't have somebody just sitting behind a desk and not getting out and being involved in the community. Just like you said, you didn't ever see the baby diapers. They everywhere. You can go to CC's Pizza. You can go to the other little pizza place, Little Caesar's Pizza. You can go to Walmart. You can go anywhere. All you got to do is look out, and they done threw the diapers, little baby boo-boo diapers, right on the parking lot. And then they put their trash out. They ride down the street. And when I say they, it's not just black folks now. The Mexicans, y'all doing the same thing too. Let me be real clear. But it's our community.
Right. As you say that, I'm in the community. And I'm going to be in the community to make sure that you say those people that you say are going to do something in our community, going to change the community, to make sure that they really accountable for changing it and doing something and are in the community. That's what I want to see.
Well, but look at Mr. Trump right now. What is he doing to Mr. Musk? Y'all ain't felt it, and everybody. It was a woman. It was a lady. Let me slow down. There was a lady. I was in a store, and this little African American lady was happy on that day because she said, "We got our president." Oh, I'm so glad we got our president. I looked up at her. I said, well, "Okay, now let me take a look at this." And we got our president. And I said, "Who you talking about?" "Oh, Mr. Trump. And now we're going to get our stimulus check." I say, I just kissed my black behind and hang it out on the clothesline. Come on now. The stimulus check. And now look at what's going on. Whose fault is it? Who's communicating? Who's talking about it? What elected officials are trying to talk up into our community about it? Who's trying to educate us about it? To let us know the dangers that are in front of us. You got some, and they were on podcasts and all that. You know, I was listening to Farrakhan and other people and folks that are talking. But Jerry, and listen, we can't stay quiet. And you got to hold people accountable. Hold your preacher accountable. We don't need nobody coming over here doing nothing for us. We can do it ourselves. Can't we do it ourselves? Did we make it through slavery ourselves? Our ancestors? Didn't they learn how to do things? Harriet Tubman, didn't she do what she did? Martin Luther King did what he did. Medgar Evers did what he did. And others did what they did. People lost their lives. But at the end of the day, we still climbing up on their shoulders. Right now, we are shoulderless.
Our old people are the ones letting our community go down.
Well, so what are we going to do about it? Let's talk about solutions and not just what are we going to do about it?
That's why we asking you what is the best way.
Well, let's ask the people. I want the people to chime in and ask and come with some solutions. Tell us what you think need to be done.
Right.
You know, and who should be held accountable, not just one person. You just can't hold your city council person accountable for everything that's happening in the District 4. You have state representatives that represent the same district. You have a state senator that represents the same district. You got a county commissioner that represents the same district. You got the congresswoman that represents the same district. You got the school board that represents the same district. You got the judges that represent the same district. You got the constables that represent the same district. You got the community that represents and live in the same district. Whose fault is it that we don't have grocery stores and other businesses and first-class businesses in our community that we can control?
Well, not just that district.
Talk up now.
Also, we in District 8 also.
Well, I'm just speaking of the district. Yeah, I'm speaking of all. I'm talking about Pleasant Grove. I'm talking about South Oak Cliff, District 7, District 8 in South Dallas, District 3 in Oak Cliff, District 4 in Oak Cliff. All of we don't even have a movie theater in Southern Dallas at all. And not even a movie theater for the kids and the grown folks to go to. What restaurant do we have in District 4 or Southern Dallas? There may be some out in the suburbs, but what restaurant can we go to on our side of I-35 and go and sit down with a white tablecloth, candles, and a good glass of wine, a steak and shrimp on ice and all of that? What can we do?
Well, whose job is it to get us in the position to have those?
It's our job to get in position. It's your family. It's the people's job to take care of their own community. Look at what the Hispanics have done so quickly. We eat more tamales and tacos than ever before, but they got taco stands on every corner at night. In the food truck.
The community, they want to close things
What-
down.
what-
It's the elected officials the one closing things down.
Well,
It's not the community.
you know what, if I had still been elected official, number one, CVS, hard as I fought for CVS, they'd never left. Okay, that's first thing. And because if you know what's going on in your community, then you would have known that they had a plan to leave. So you would have intervened or should have intervened to make sure that we heard and what was happening, and then stepped in and did something about it. Just like Crest Shopping Center. The lady was saying what about Crest Shopping Center? She said they're out there next door to the plasma thing. Yes. And they're out there having sex. She said they're having threesomes. They giving head out there. They're doing everything out there. And all the trash is out there and everything. Whose fault is that, Jerry? Who haven't been over there to say, hey, look, this got to go. You got to clean it up.
That's right.
So whose fault is that? First of all, the community got to get together and do something about it and come and say something and gripe about it and let folks aware, make folks aware. Then that elected official who should have known even before the community had to come tell them about it, should have been on the game and doing something about it. But we don't hold one another accountable because we like them because they just black. Well, they just black. Well, they thought it, and they make all that noise but don't do nothing. Jasmine Crockett, know what she did? She wrote a check, got a check written for $2.5 million, I believe it was, and for the Martin Luther King Center. We can't say she ain't been a voice, and she's raising sand up in Washington. But now, the elected officials got to get together and get with Jasmine. Jasmine, I say y'all get together, and so we can see what's going on. So here's Sade. So how do we get the community involved then? And what steps do we need to take? One, go to the community meetings. Press your city council representative and other elected officials about the need to have a community meeting. Then go out and make sure that we make the community aware of the meeting. And then when we get to the meeting, Sade, then we need to raise hell with the points of our concerns and then do something about it. Hold them accountable. They can't do it just sit behind a desk. So you got to also elect people that have their heart into serving the people and the public, not for no money, not for no banquet tickets and smiley faces and taking pictures. They got to come out and get on the job and do something for the community. Hell, I went broke serving as an elected official. I was doing pretty damn good, promoting concerts and bringing Grambling and Prairie View football games to the Cotton Bowl and promoting Johnny Taylor, Prince, and Luther Vandross and B.B. King and all those folks. Stevie Wonder. That's what I was doing, and had my own advertising agency. I was doing, but I had to give all that up just to come out and represent and try to do the right thing.
Well,
that's what I did.
I'm tired of having meetings. Everybody meeting, but they ain't doing nothing after the meeting. We all meet.
Well, here's the deal. You all meet, but when you get to the meeting, what takes place? Do you hold them accountable? You just can't come to the meeting and then just sit there and listen to them and don't hold them accountable. Oh, I know y'all be tired of me talking, but let me just say this. White people hold each other accountable. White folks run against one another. So we decide to run against one another. Then they say, well, hey, what are you doing running against him? What are you doing running? He's doing a good job. You better stop voting on popularity and vote on results. Hold people, let me tell you this. Just because you're black with me don't mean you're right. Okay? Just because you're black don't mean you're right. And then you got to put yourself on blast to ask yourself, Jerry, let me ask you this. If you had, and you might have it, if you had $1 million, what would you invest in?
I ain't got that.
Wait a minute. What would you invest in? You got $1 million. What would you invest in Oak Cliff? What would you do? We listening now. Come on.
Yeah, I'll buy some land.
All right, buy some land. Okay. You buy some land, put some more houses on it. Okay. That's what you would do. And what about all the other stuff you say we need? You was up here talking about economics and all this and vibrancy, but you talking about a house. They got a house. They got apartments everywhere.
Well, that's what they need over there also.
Okay.
Yeah, need that. And resources. That's what they need.
So what would you invest in outside of houses? What economic business would you invest in? And put over there, go to work, make sure ain't no little boo-boo diapers out front of your parking lot. Make sure they ain't hanging out there having sex and threesomes. Make sure they ain't throwing the trash out there. Make sure it's all lit and ain't nobody stole the copper and the wiring and the lights. What you know? So what other business gonna do it?
There ain't no growth over there. That's what I'm saying. So you put a business there, it'll die. So no sense in putting no business.
When
there.
you say growth, what kind of growth are you talking about?
Economic growth. You know, there's no jobs. That's why I tell you. That's what we talked about earlier. Putting the staff in a temporary service in those areas. That way, people can have access to going there to a temp service where they can go try to find jobs. That's close. All the temp services out in Foreman's Branch, Arlington, all them other suburb areas.
Oh, it's for real though? Really? We don't have none in South Dallas. Not temp service in South Dallas.
Not that I know of.
There's some over there.
What name was it?
I don't know the name of them. I know some over there.
It probably is.
But you know, people gotta want to go to work. Sade, right. Nobody is making a change after the meeting. I feel you, Jerry.
Right.
But you too come on,
We doing a
Sade.
lot of talking. Everybody sit around the table talking. Talk. After they get through talking, nothing happened out there.
Well, let me ask you this, Jerry. Why don't we run you for an elected office? You ever thought about it? Okay, good. When you want to sign up? We only need 25 signatures.
I haven't thought about it.
Well, think about it now. Just put it out there. You know, okay. So see, here's the deal. Let me
The
just say.
district that I live in, somebody's already running for that.
So, this year I was living in, I ran against them people.
I'm a winner. I ain't used to losing all that.
Well, I lose.
Yeah, but I'm just saying. If I get in right now, I don't have a good chance of winning. And I know that. So
Well, then won't you find somebody else to run?
It doesn't matter. You know, that's always.
I'm just with
find somebody else to run, but who has the voice and capability of being sponsored by. You have to have money to run for any election. You know that.
You have to have the heart, the commitment, and God. And money does help.
Yeah, money does.
I'm just telling you, that's what you got to have. You know, and people in our community, Jerry, people in our community, we're suffering.
Exactly.
We don't have anything.
Exactly.
You know, 20 years ago, I tried to wake us up, and they said I needed cultural diversity counseling. That's what the white people said that I needed. Okay, and the Negroes didn't come to my rescue. But at the end of the day, guess what? I told them, wake up. I told them, I said, look around you, because you're losing your community. And we've really, in Dallas, we've really lost it. Let me tell you why we lost it, Jerry. Because all these people that own these corner stores, I'm just speaking of the corner stores and some of the businesses, Jerry, they got leases that legally can't be broken. Okay?
Right.
So and then they hand it off to their family. And you know what we do? We go right in there and we continue to support those businesses in our community. The hair supply companies, the beauty salon companies with all of the hair and the fingernails and the nail shops. And I don't know not one black nail technician that is working or employed at not one of the nail shops that's in Southern Dallas. Have we ever thought about that? Whose fault is that, Jerry? Whose fault? They didn't come in with their own people.
Right.
And they doing, everybody got their toes up in the air, their fingers all out there, and ain't nobody black hired in that business at all. So, but can't we do fingernails? And we do have one or two black fingernail people, but they have many. They have many. And so that is something that we got to deal with. I got to hit pause for a minute, y'all. Y'all subscribe and push the button and the notification button. I got to take a quick call, and so this is the other side with DC. Like it, subscribe it, and be ready to just talk about it. And we're gonna have more of these conversations. We're gonna have them every morning at 9 o'clock. Jerry gonna be here. Jerry, will you come? Will you come and help me with this? Will you commit?
No, I can't commit.
What? Come on, Jerry.
I got to clock in some morning.
Hold on. What I'm talking about after clocking in.
Yeah, I have to clock.
After clocking in. By 9:30.
Yeah.
See, this is where it starts. You got to come and put your own 2 cents in too.
Yeah.
And then other people got to come and put their own 2 cents in. And then everybody's gonna start getting on the same page.
Right.
Okay, but without anything, we ain't gonna never have nothing.
Well, I need to get to the streets. I do bad.
All right, the other side with DC. Hey, Mike.